What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 3 Retro in the Racer Blue colorway. This pair dropped on July 10th for $190 US or 245 Canadian dollars. The official colorway for this shoe is white, cement gray, racer blue, and black. And even though there's not a ton of hype surrounding this shoe, pretty much zero hype at all, to me this is one of the best Jordan 3 colorways I've released in a while. First things first, here's a quick look at the box. And just like your recent Jordan 3 releases, this comes in this split style box with the elephant print on the left side and the dominant colors on the shoe featured on the right side. So in this case, the right side is covered in black cardboard with a blue colored Jumpman in the middle. As for the shoes, so this is your classic Air Jordan 3 silhouette. Diving straight into the details, the upper portion of the shoe, this is covered in this very tumbled white leather. Overlaid on top of this, we have this layer of smooth leather, and then covering the front toe cap, we have the signature elephant print, which at first glance looks a lot more black than normal, but in reality, this is actually covered in a layer of reflective 3M paint. So when you expose this to direct light like flash, it shows off its true appearance, which looks much more like your classic elephant print. The bottom two eyelets are covered in these blue colored TPU circles, and then next to this we have these three white colored TPU eyelets, and then underneath this we have this perforated gray colored leather. And then the top two eyelets at the very top, this is covered in this blue colored TPU. Beneath this we have more of that tumbled white leather which wraps around the back of the shoe, and surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have this perforated blue colored leather. Wrapping around the bottom of the back heel, we have more of that 3M covered elephant print, and then we have your signature heel tab on the back. This is done in white, with the Jumpman Air branding done in blue. For the laces, these only come with one pair of laces, and they're your standard flat style white colored lace. Beneath this, the tongue is constructed out of a gray colored perforated leather on the bottom half, whereas the top half is done in this white leather, and embroidered in the center we have this blue colored Jumpman. Continuing on the trend and the build of recent Jordan 3s, you'll notice that the front of the tongue wraps up and onto the back, which means from the front and the side of the shoe, you can't really see that blue colored interior of the tongue, which is actually true to how the OG 3s were constructed. The inner liner of the shoe is lined in this gray colored textile, and then taking out the insoles, these come with their standard foam insoles. It's lined in this white color on the very top, and we have a blue Jumpman stamped on the heel. So the upper of the Air Jordan 3 sits atop this full-length polyurethane foam midsole. The top portion of the midsole is painted in this racer blue color, whereas the bottom half is painted in white. And underneath the heel, we have this cutout which reveals the air sole unit that's found within the midsole for cushioning and impact protection. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your classic Air Jordan 3 outsole. So this is constructed out of a combination of gray, blue, and white colored rubber. We have the circular traction pattern on the forefoot, along with Jordan branding running down the bottom of the shoe. So for those wondering about sizing, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and for recent Air Jordan 3 releases, I find that they fit perfectly fine true to size. So I picked these up in a size 10 and they fit me great. Moving on to comfort, so some people definitely disagree with me here, but I personally find that the Air Jordan 3 is one of the more comfortable retro Jordans out there. There's something about it when I wear it, it just feels very pillowy on feet, even though it's not the best in terms of a cushioning standpoint, but I guess it gives me a good balance between softness and support. And as far as a retro sneaker goes from the 1980s, the 3s are a shoe I can wear for many hours in a day and they feel great on feet. However, your mileage may vary, so these feel pretty much like all your other Jordan 3s, so if you're not a fan of the Jordan 3 comfort, then you'll probably not be a fan of these also. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality I felt like it was decent. The leather on the top is very tumbled, and I wouldn't say that it's the best quality leather I've seen on a Jordan before, but at the same time, it's not the worst. But the smooth leather they use on the bottom right here and the blue leather surrounding the ankle collar area, this feels a little bit more synthetic. So again, it's not terrible quality materials, but it's also not the best. And in terms of the overall build and craftsmanship on this shoe, generally speaking, I was perfectly fine with my pair. It wasn't the absolute best. There were some flaws from the paint on the midsole, but nothing major, at least from what I can see on my pair. And hopefully your pairs are also decently well put together as well. With all that being said, now let's lace up these racer blue Jordan 3s and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. All in all, this is a very clean, very simple, and very timeless colorway of the Air Jordan 3. Even though this isn't an OG colorway, to me this is basically the blue version of the Fire Red Jordan 3s, which is one of my favorite colorways of all time. If I could change anything, I probably would have opted for more of a true to original elephant print on this shoe, and I would have ditched the whole 3M component completely. But aside from that though, I really have no complaints about this release. It's a beautiful colorway, it was pretty accessible for anyone that wanted it, and I wouldn't be surprised if, say, 5 years down the road, the prices for this pair shoot up on the secondary market. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Air Jordan 3 Retro in this racer blue colorway. For those watching, did you guys grab these on release date? Did you pass, or did you take an L? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. I've also started a podcast called the Channel 8 Podcast, so the video version for the podcast is hosted right here on my YouTube channel. But if you're looking for just the audio-only version, for example, if you're looking to listen to it in the car, then the Channel 8 Podcast is hosted on most of your major podcast platforms, including Spotify, iTunes, and Podbean. So again, thank you so much for watching, thank you for the continued love and support, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.